mind so that we can apply math in our daily lives. It is no longer being treated as a symbol of fear, but it is treated as an art which we can play around. As we celebrated National Mathematics Day on 22nd December, remembering Sir Srinivasa Ramanujan, and as we are nearing towards the end of our Ganit Saptah, let us continue to celebrate the spirit of mathematics by welcoming our esteemed guest speaker for today, Dr. Debjani Chakraborty. It is a privilege to have you here with us today, ma'am. A warm welcome to the Sri Ram Millennium School, Faridabad. I now request our principal, Ms. Sonali Gupta ma'am, for the welcome address.
Thank you, my dear. Namaste, namaste to all the parents, grandparents, if any are watching us, the entire virtual audience, teachers, and my dear children. A very warm welcome to you, Dr. Chakraborty. Thank you for taking out the time and interacting with our children today. This week is always extra special while we do so many events throughout the year. I personally really look forward to this week as we celebrate Ganit Saptah in our school. We have a lot of fun, and I personally am very fond of numbers, which my children already know, being a math teacher at heart. And we recently celebrated Sir Ramanujan's birthday also. So we do a lot of fun activities. And today it is our privilege as we come to the end of the week to have you with us to talk to our children. So, children, as you're aware, I'm sure somebody will do a little introduction. But Dr. Chakraborty is with the math department at IIT Kharagpur, and we all know IIT is one of the most premier institutes of our country. So, an absolute privilege and an honor to have you with us, Dr. Chakraborty. Really looking forward to your session, and I'm sure the children are going to love it because at TSMS, our objective is to inculcate a love for the subject and a love for numbers. Sometimes you don't get marks in mathematics and it can get a bit tough, but we believe that if you love the subject, you will figure out a way to solve all the problems, right? So, not taking away much time, back to you, children, to take the session forward.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your encouraging words. Taking the session further, I now invite P.R. Sharma to introduce our esteemed speaker for the day.
Namaste. Dr. Debjani Chakraborty is a professor of mathematics at the Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur, and Associate Dean Outreach. An avid academician, her research areas mainly include application of fuzzy logic, soft computing in engineering, management, and medical technology, applications of fuzzy geometry in medical image processing, to name a few. She has been rewarded the Young Scientist Award 1997 in Mathematics by Indian Science Congress Association and nominated member of Indian National Academy of Sciences, Allahabad, India. It is interesting to know that she herself is an alumnus of Department of Mathematics, IIT Kharagpur. It is a privilege to have you here today as our esteemed guest, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Pia. I'm sure everyone is eagerly waiting to listen to Debjani ma'am. Request you, ma'am, to please take it further. Over to you.
Thank you, Shushan. Thank you, Pia. And thank you, Madam Shonali as well, and Madam Annapurna. Now, it's my pleasure to present before you the use of mathematics in real life situation. As your madam said, that without mathematics we can't do anything. Why we need mathematics? It gives us a way to understand the patterns of the given information, to define the relationship, predict the future. From home to school, in every activity, math is everywhere. I can just show you some examples for preparing food. Your mom is preparing food for you. Every time she is counting on her own. Managing time for our work. We have only 5 hours with us, but we have to manage our whole work. We are doing mathematics in our mind. Without knowing that, we are doing mathematics. Shopping for the best price, understanding the sports, playing music everywhere. On the lighter note, I can see that. Even those who are suffering from math-related anxieties or phobias cannot escape its everyday presence in their lives. Presence of maths. Now, that's a subject. As your madam said, that how much number you are getting, that's not a primary issue. The thing is that you love it. Just take mathematics as a fun, as a game in your life. You will certainly be successful in your life. As Shushan said, December 22 was observed as annual National Mathematics Day in India. And the day commemorates the birth anniversary of the legendary Indian mathematician Srinivasa Ramanujan. But we are on 24th today. Now you are celebrating Mathematics Week. That's a very nice thing. It encourages me because I only learned mathematics subject, nothing else in my life, truly speaking. And this National Mathematics Day is celebrated in India to emphasize on the importance of mathematics and to honor Ramanujan. That's why that's a very nice thing you are celebrating. Now, today I thought that let me present how mathematics is being used for machine learning, because nowadays students are all heard about machine learning, artificial intelligence. Without computers, they know much better than our generation. That's why I thought let me give a brief introduction of that so that they can enjoy a bit. Okay, let me share my screen. Is it visible? Is it visible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
The screen is visible, I feel, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. Now, my topic is today is mathematics and machine learning. Now, when we were the students, that time there was no such concept of machine learning, but nowadays everywhere the concept is being spread. Now, here there are two terms we are using. One is the machine and another one is the learning. That means we are teaching the machine how it will behave. As your teachers are teaching you how to gather knowledge and how you will react in future. Similarly here as well, we are teaching a machine. We are providing the mechanism to learn from us so that machine can behave like human. We are dreaming the day when machine will just behave like us. Therefore, I don't want to put you on the issue like very much mathematics and or lot of technical terms. Really, I don't want to just try to enjoy this session as a discussion with you. Now, therefore, whatever I will say, if you feel, you can interrupt me at any point of time. You must have been seen while you are searching something in your computer. Now, the students are using computers starting from class 1, maybe before to that, with a parental advice. But have you seen that whenever you are searching certain product, certain thing in Google, you are Googling the thing, then you will see that in the next time, whenever you are opening, the same thing is coming. Similar kind of products are just you could view in the screen. How it is happening? Have you thought about it? Just think this is only the machine learning algorithms that are there behind to it. Therefore, we can say, if I say that what is machine learning, I would say that machine learning is all about creating algorithms. Algorithm means set of programs, okay? That can learn information, learn data to make a decision, to make a prediction for future. And mathematics is everywhere for preparing the algorithm. Mathematics defines the underlying concept behind the algorithm, even it tells you which one is better and why. For example, I can tell you that Amazon suggests products for you of your own choice. YouTube recommends videos. Today, if you see a video which is very much emotional song, tomorrow if you just open YouTube, you will see similar kind of songs are coming, and you can select. Classifying the spam mails. All of you know what is the spam mail, I see. That is the mail which we do not want. That is the junk. We want to reject it. Huh? To make possible, to combine mathematics with lots of programming, machine learning only help us. Okay. Now, here you see there is one term we are very much using. That's the learning. What is the learning? Just I am giving you one example. And then you will understand how learning mechanism has been incorporated within the algorithm. Rats learning to avoid poisonous baits. We know that fact. How the activity is going on? When the rats encounter food items with novel look or smell, they will first eat very small amount of it. And depending on the flavor of the food, depending on the physiological effect, the rat will check whether the food produces any ill effect of the novel food. Then rat decides whether it will eat or not. But how this experience the rat has gathered, have you thought about it? It has happened. It is true for every animal. Animal uses the past experience of the food, okay, and expects that kind of flavor, that kind of smell, that kind of taste will come from that. If the animal gets it, accept it, otherwise don't accept. This is the way the every animal behaves, and we are learning. Whenever you are coming to school, you are learning from your teachers. That means what? You are gathering knowledge within yourself. What you will do with that? You will use this knowledge in future so that you can take a decision in a better way. You can predict something in a scientific way. That's why this is the whole learning process. From the childhood, we are learning many things in the similar process. We are defining which one is good, which one is bad, and we are defining the knowledge in our brain so that we can say this is good, this is bad, this we can eat it, this we cannot eat it, like that. Now, if I say just you take this knowledge of learning and you just tell me that what is the solution to detect the spam emails? Can we use this same kind of learning as it happens within an animal? The same thing, can we just do it here? Here also we are doing the same. What we do, just inspired by this example only, this is a typical machine learning task. What it does, if we have several emails in our inbox, it will first check that which email has some similarity with the previous emails which has been marked or labeled as spam. If it gets the similarity, then it just push in the spam box, otherwise it push the mail in the normal inbox. The same learning, because from the previous knowledge, machine algorithms, the program is training the computer in that way so that computer can take a decision. What we need then? We need information. That is more precious in our life. We need information, we need knowledge, and we have to gather knowledge in our mind, and from there we will learn it, and we do. The same thing is happening in machine learning. Computer collects information, computer collects data, and from there, computer takes a decision. I will give you a few examples that may encourage you to see how really it is working. Okay, just if I say the mathematics is the main pillar for machine learning, and the students who are in the higher classes, 11, 12, they must have come across calculus, linear algebra, statistics, probability, and for the children who are small enough, just to remember the names. These are the part of mathematics subject, okay? Linear algebra, calculus, statistics, probability, these are all needed for machine learning. Nothing else. Only the mathematics logic is needed. Just I'm showing you few capture. You must have seen, sorry, that you are, whenever you are opening something, it's showing you certain capture to check whether you are not a robot, you are not a something else, you are a human being. For example, this is a capture very clearly. It can you have to type it actually. DIANDEOKAY. Simple. This is another capture that is also very simple. You can just you can tell what is that. But you see, this is little bit hazy. Is it not? S67879. Few numerals are really hazy. Therefore, as human, we can detect, but how machine will detect? That is the tough question. Must be coming in your mind. This is much simpler to detect. To say that MGB6, because we are expecting that machine will just behave like us. All right. So that I need not to type it, machine will identify the characters. There is a subject that's called the character recognition. And these are all comes under that one. This is a part of machine learning again. We are teaching machine how to identify the characters. You see, all the characters are written in a different way. 5 is written, maybe written in a different way. Even in handwriting also, if 5 students are writing 5, then you will see all are different. But computer has to understand this is 5. We are forcing it to understand it. That's why this is a great task for them. Just I will give you some example how really it is being done. Whenever computer gets an image like 9, you see this 9 must have been written with a spray pen or with a brush, something. But it is, you see, the angle is not really straight. It is little bit just bent. That's why you see how it is being done. Computer first, it's just the whole image, it divides into different grids. Grid means many horizontal lines and many vertical lines of equal width together. I will show you some example how it is being done really. Then from there, wherever it sees that some image is there, that portion it colors. Just you see the 4th image at the rightmost corner, lower corner. You see wherever it sees that a portion of 9 is there, we can make it black. This we can make it black. Whenever we are making black like that, computer does in the similar way. You see, we are getting a shape of 9. Then computer declares, okay, this is 9. Similarly for 5, 6, 7, for any alphabet. Look at this figure. The first row, very clear, these are all P. Then the very easily, right choices we can make, right classification we can make. This is P, it's not R. But you look at the second row figures. First one looks like F, may not be true. Second one looks like E. Third one you see, you can say P, you can say R. Why it is happening? Because the information is given that is not complete. In the first row, whatever information has been given about P, that is complete. In the next, information is not complete. But computer has to do, therefore it has to learn how to predict it is P or R exactly. Look at the third row. Here, some portion has been just, it is omitted. It was P, but the right portion has been just erased. It could be, the second one could be B or P, third one could be P or D. We don't have any information about it. Therefore, whenever computer does the classification, there is a chance to do the right classification for the first row, wrong classification for the second row, and it could predict even few information is omitted. Therefore, you see, computer has to get information about P with different handwritings, maybe 10,000 P. With different handwriting, we have to supply to computer. From there, it predicts through machine learning algorithm, rather using machine learning programs. This is the way it is being done. Look at these figures. These figures are all dogs in the first column, second column, these are all fish, third column, these are all cats, like that. But if you just look at the tree, as human beings, we are very, it is easy for us to identify these are trees at the rightmost column. But you see, for computer, how to identify this is a tree? Think about it. Of different shapes of cards are there. How computer will identify, okay, different shapes of cards are there? This is a tough task, but machine learning does it. It gives 10,000, 1 lakh figures to computer to just gain knowledge about the shapes of different cards. From there, whenever it finds any matches, similarity, rather similarity, may not be exact matches, is identified, it is a card. It declares it is a card. Okay, this way. As I was saying that you see, I'm giving you some example in image processing, how this machine learning techniques we are using. Just look at this figure. First one is dog, second one is cat. As I said, whenever computer gets any figure, it divides the figure with horizontal lines and the vertical lines. It calls the grids, okay? And you just try to analyze what is the information given in individual grid. Start from the leftmost top corner. Which information you are getting? You are getting one information. This pixel is filled with a color that is almost blue, bluish color. There are different blue. All right. Just if I move through this row, right side, you will see the colors are changing. Is it not? What computer does, you know? It collects all the information and keeps in a table, simple table, as you know, the table matrix, whatever way you can think about it. It keeps the information about this image. But what information it keeps, that's more important for you. It extracts pixel information. It's called a pixel. Every pixel means every grid point. I am just referring to you. There are different grid points. If I just divide the whole region with 10 rows and 20 columns, or 20 rows, 20 columns, then there are 400 pixels. Just like your matrix, just like your table. This is a simple thing. Even the class 6 students can also understand there are 400 pixels are there. We are extracting pixel information from that image. Which information we are extracting, you know? We are extracting the information about the color of that pixel. Now there is one process is there that's called the RGB, that is the red, green, and blue. If you are interested further to see about it, to know about it, just use Google the RGB color space. You know that how white color is the combination of red, green, and blue. Okay, just to see that. And If your computer is, depending on your computer configuration, if it is an 8-bit computer, 16-bit or 32-bit, depends on that. I'm specifying your computer is of 8-bit. Okay? Then you will see there will be a range of red colors from 0 to 255. That means that many number of reds we will get. From lighter red to the deeper red. And this can be numbered. This is being numbered in the computer with a red from 0 to 255. That means total 256 options. Therefore, you must be understanding whenever we are talking about the RGB color space, from red we are getting 256, from green we are getting 256, from blue we are getting 256. That means we are getting 256 into 256 into 256. These many number of possible color combinations we may expect. Therefore, you can understand how computer can collect the pixel information more accurately. How it looks, you know, it looks like this. It will just give you the value. This is RGB 102 to 55, 102. That means red is 102, green is 255, blue is 102. For example, this is a color for 1 pixel. And in computer, it is referred as a code. This is the code. You need not to remember. Everything is there. If you are interested, just read more about it. Then you will understand how RGB color space is being computer understands. At least you are understanding that machine learning algorithm helps machine to get the information about the image. That means to extract the pixel color intensity information from that image, and you will get a whole lot of it. And from there, it will just differentiate. This is a dog, this is a cat. That means if a machine is getting 20,000 figures of different dogs, and machine learning algorithm, there is the logic will be there. And through that logic, we can teach computers to identify, to classify this is as a dog, this is as a cat. Okay, now this was one of the examples, and these are all coming under this heading. Therefore, what we want that the machine must be intelligent like human. We do not know whether we will reach to that situation at all in our lifetime or not, because humans are very intelligent. We have many sensors within us, which is very difficult to replicate in machine. That is a big question that you can debate on your own within your friends. But whether a machine can be intelligent like human or not, okay, think about it. But I can say that we are aiming to have an intelligent system, that machine learning algorithms will be there, where the past experience or historical data will be there, where the machine learning algorithm will take the information, gets the knowledge about the whole fact. That way, if I see there are different applications like character recognition, I showed you how 9 has been recognized, image recognition, whether dog or cat or tree or something, speech recognition, whether the voice is of Amitabh Bachchan or Hrithik Roshan, computer can understand. That much it can do. Okay. Medical diagnosis, it does. Personal smart assistants, you must have been seeing the smart watches. Nowadays we are using for getting the blood pressure and the other parameters of our body. These are all the intelligent systems. Everywhere you will see the machine learning algorithms working to find out the BMI of my body, etc., etc. Self-driving cars. These are a very nice thing. Just I have taken a picture from the internet. This is a self-driving car. Here also the machine learning algorithm works very nicely. I will just give you the idea how it works. Okay. you see, this is a self-driving car. That means there is no driver, the driverless car, it means. All right. Now, what it has to do, he has to make decisions at every point of time, whether any object is there in front of the car or not, whether the car has to turn right or turn left, or take a just pause on the way, how it is being done. How the algorithm means set of programs, set of instructions, how the instructions are being given within the car. For that thing, I can tell you there are 3 major sensors are being used in a self-driving car. You can also understand what is the meaning of it. I will just give you the basic of it. For example, when human is a driver works within a car, human can see a cow is there in front. Then it just controls the speed. But if the driver is not there, then it needs what? It needs first of all a camera to see that there is a cow. Therefore, this is of the first necessity for the self-driving car. Second is the radar. It will send the signal to the object and it will identify. Hello, any problem? It will identify whether any object is there or not. And another one is needed, that is called a LiDAR. LiDAR is, it means that the light detection and ranging. I'm telling you in detail what is there in this car. In the self-driving car, there are several cameras of different capacities, rather different configurations. And these are placed in different angles. One is 120, another one is 60. One camera can see the front matters better. Another camera can see the far things better. That way, different cameras are there in that car. After that, the radar detectors are there. What it does, it sends the pulses to the object. If the object is a cow, it sends the pulse there. And from there, the pulse gets back the signal. And from that, radar detects where is the object, maybe which object it is, if the machine learning algorithm it is there, whether it is a cow or it is a dog. And it can identify the speed of the object as well, whether the car can manage on its own to whether it has to control the speed or not. And another part of it is the LiDAR, that is the light detection ranging. It sends the lights. Generally, the radar part is used when the visibility is low, visibility is poor at the night time, but the LiDAR, when it can send the light and bounce back it returns back the information from the object. From there, it can identify that how far the object it is. That way, you can understand the car is having several cameras, several radars, several detectors, LiDAR, different sensors. Along with that, what else is needed? Some machine learning algorithms. Otherwise, car cannot take a decision. Whenever car collects information through different cameras, that means that's the knowledge of the system. And that knowledge has to define. And there we need the logic. That logic is the machine learning algorithm. I will not take much time of yours because we were having several the other classes as well. But let me tell you, you see, this is robotic surgery. If you want to know more about it, just Google it. Nowadays, this is very, in India also it is being done. These are very useful. For example, another example I'm showing you how machine learning algorithm is being used in COVID care. You see there are 4 images. These are the images of the X-ray of lung. All right. You see, normal lung is not affected with any infection. But if you see the B image, you see some hazy white patches are there. That means lung is infected. C, different kinds of. And D is another. Just you see, depending on the information about the thing, if we just if we use a machine learning algorithm from the test X-ray, it could identify whether the lung has been infected by COVID or not. Okay, it is being done nowadays. Now, with that, I can say I am concluding my lecture. Thank you for listening. I just want to have questions from you if you have. Please, I do not know how far you have enjoyed the school children, because I wanted to design the thing in such a way that so that you will get interest on it. So I am open to questions. You can ask me questions.
I can say for myself, it was wonderful. Please, over to you, beta. Yash.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing a lot of knowledge with our children. It was a pleasure to hear you speak. And as you said, some of my friends seem eager to ask a few questions from you. So, with your permit, may we take a few questions?
Please.
Yes, ma'am. I can see Priyansh has a question. Priyansh, you can please go ahead and ask a question.
Yes. Namaste, ma'am.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you. But you
Yes.
just unmute yourself. Yeah.
Yes. So as we all know that maths is very tough, and PhD in maths is very tough, and it requires a lot of patience. So how can we develop that interest and patience?
What I say that in our life, whichever we like, say, if I like a doll, what I will do? I will spend more time with that doll. Is it not? Similarly, here as well, try to love it. Try to just gain your interest. Spend more time with the mathematics, then you will get more, you will feel attached to it. And your all fears will go, and you can just do well in mathematics. I only think I can say that spend more time with mathematics. It's not that you will do injustice with other subjects, but to just resolve your fear, to diminish your feeling not attracted with that subject, I would say that spend more time with that. Okay, Priyansh? Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Nothing is tough. Doing nothing is tough in our life.
Okay, ma'am. So I steps in my life. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Next, I can see someone from Vinci ma'am's class has something to ask. So you can please go ahead and ask your question.
Thank you, Yash. Kavyansh Jain from class 12 would like to ask a question. Over to you, Kavyansh.
Namaste, ma'am. How should I manage time in JEE mains? And if at all I am not satisfied with my percentile, then should I drop a year?
Dropping a year, I personally I don't like it because it may demotivate you. You may try once more in that way. Nowadays, the JEEs are happening many times in a year. That's why I don't say that you drop the thing, drop your year. Just give exam if required more than 2 times. Okay? Don't get burden on your own. And it's not that you have to get JEE. Don't think in that way. That is not the end of life. That if I don't get in JEE, my life is over. Don't think in that way. This is my request. Okay, there are I haven't passed. I haven't passed JEE because I have taken the mathematics as a subject. I did BSc, for that JEE was not needed. I did MSc in IIT Kharagpur only. I did PhD in IIT Kharagpur only. And I'm faculty here for 25 years. I was not interested at all for JEE in my life because I never thought about the engineering subjects. I thought I will read mathematics only. Okay, that way you just think that it is not end of life that if I don't get JEE. Don't burden yourself. Huh? That's my request.
Thank you, Mom. I'm glad I could speak to you and get some advice.
So now I can see Khwaish has her hand raised. Khwaish, please ask your question now.
Namaste, ma'am. I was wondering if we could use mathematics to solve a real-life problem like COVID-19. Is it possible to do that?
If I heard you correctly, because your voice is very low, quite, but you said how mathematics is being used in COVID-19 situation. Is it the question?
Yes.
You are asking? Yeah. Just I showed you one example. You see, we will just give the information about the lung chest X-ray. We will give if I'm a patient, I will tell computer, you just check whether I'm infected by COVID or not. It will take my chest X-ray, and computer is, I will assume that it has enough information about different kind of test abnormalities. As I showed you different examples by bacterial infection. Information computer, no, machine learning algorithm, that is nothing but a logic, set of logic in mathematics as we do. Okay, set of instructions. From there, it can take a decision very nicely whether I have been infected with COVID or not. It is being done. Just you Google it, you will see. People are doing it nowadays. To get the decision, automatic decision, we are targeting to that. As if it's not, we don't need a doctor, we need. It's not like we do not need. At least in the first hand, we do not need a doctor. Primary decision, it can help me to take. It's called a decision support system. Okay, I don't want to utter the tough words before you because you may feel distress on the subject, but I would say that just Google it, how COVID-19 and chest X-ray is related. All right? Thank you, quite.
I'll definitely Google it.
Huh?
I'll definitely Google it and search for it.
Yeah. Thank you. My intention is to just motivate you, just inspire you so that many questions will come in your mind. Who will give the answer? You have to get the answer on your own. Google Baba is there nowadays with us and we get many information. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. So now we'll take one last question from Disha ma'am's class. Please go ahead and ask your question.
Namaste, ma'am. My name is Sia, and I would like to ask a question. Learning mathematics itself is not easy, but teaching it to others looks like a greater challenge. So, what do you love most about teaching mathematics?
Are you Disha? You are in which standard?
My name is
She's
Sia.
ma'am. Sia.
Priya. You are in which standard?
Sia.
Which class you are now?
Ma'am, 10th.
10th class. But you will get the answer. You just request your sister or brother of your school only, and you call a class 7 or 8, and you ask them in which part of mathematics you are feeling most difficult. I will teach you. Give some chocolates to them as well, so that they will sit with you, and you try teaching to it. You will enjoy. You will see the way you learn the subjects. While you are teaching, many other dimensions will open before you. Learning is one part, but the teaching is a very very challenging and very encouraging. You will see that before you, many more questions are coming. That's why I always encourage just you teach the juniors. Okay? Then you will get the answer on your own.
Thanks a lot, ma'am.
So, Sia, just to come in here, sometimes when two friends are trying to study together and understand a concept, don't you figure out ways so that the other person understands and you also understand better by doing that, right? So I think that's how it is for all of us as teachers. While it is challenging to figure out how should I make this one child understand, we also figure out ways and try out many ways because we don't know which way will work with which child.
You will explore many avenues. When you will try many ways now, you will explore many avenues to explain the same thing in a different way.
And I think that challenge of teaching is the fun of teaching maths for us as teachers.
Thank you, ma'am.
We feel maths as a fun. I would suggest you do the same, you will enjoy. How much I will get at the end of the year, don't think about it.
Thank you, ma'am, for answering all the questions so patiently. I'm sure we all have a lot to take away from today's session, and we definitely look up to interacting with you in future as well. So now I invite our respected Vice Principal Annapurna Das, ma'am, for the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Yash. And Debjani ma'am, thank you so much. I'll tell you, our principal Sonali ma'am is a math person, but I teach English and I have always kept my distance from math throughout my life. However, what you spoke about today was so relevant to us. You spoke about machine learning and learning in itself when past experience teaches our behavior. I think I'm going to now shun the past experience which keeps me away from math and change my behavior there. And I love the way. Yes.
Thank you very much.
And I'm going to take away a lot of learning from today's session. You spoke about the capture images, and you spoke about how machines can never really replicate human beings because there are so many factors, but maybe we are progressing towards a time when we'll go get better and better at it, right? So I found all of that really interesting, and I'm sure amongst our audience, amongst our children, there will be many more children who will raise questions, search all the engines available to them, whether it's a Google search engine or whatever search engine available to them, and find answers, explore the world around them further, and look for patterns and mathematics and algorithms, and make the school's name proud, and and do it justice when we celebrate
all your children.
Thank you. When we celebrate Ganit Saptah and Srinivasa Ramanujan's birthday, I think the best way to celebrate would be to carry his legacy forward. Yes. Thank you once again.
I really enjoyed your time. I really enjoyed your boys and girls. Their conversation, their questions, I enjoyed it. I had a nice time with all of you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Chakraborty.
We had a lovely time listening to you, ma'am. And I will now request the children to switch on their cameras, please, so that the Debjani ma'am can see you all. And please, let's clap for ma'am the way we do it at school. To show our appreciation for the session. It's just to say the day, so some of us have taken this. Yes. Thank you.
Wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and a very safe 2022. Yes, children, let's hear it from them.